Hello, Americans. Another friend, subscribers around the world. Right here, man. Kind of cloudy today. What a change. Up here, gonna get a load of wood. Another area. Right here, got some kind of grill. Grill. Actually, a refrigerator shelf. Some trash to me. Got back here, anything? Oh yeah. Of course, you gotta have shit piles. Jeez. Never fails, man. Can't bury it. Make a cat hole. We got some chairs. Like trash and lid. Pick that up. Handstone. This is just below. We get it. And pine trees right there. This is a burn area. Used to be a lot more forest in here. Of course. Pick up the trash. Pick up the trash. Always. Always. Someday, maybe folks will pick up their own trash. Would that be different now? There's that. Don't know. Let's see how many camps are left over from the holiday weekend now. I don't know how that works. You know, if people had Monday off paid, Friday off paid, or maybe they're at work, but I doubt it. Look at that whole forest of mullein. That's awesome. It always grows in disturbed areas. And over here, that is nuts. That might be one of the biggest patches of mullein I ever seen. Little Idaho grid bottom. Very Kai, stop. Let's get out and hurt. Pardon me, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Unbelievable amount of campers, man, up here this week. I don't know if people just got the week off or don't work anymore. There is I don't understand, a gob. That's how it was up on the other mountain last time. It's nuts. It's nice. They redid this whole little camp spot. It's a pay camp now. They got vault toilets, 2 vault toilets, and they made this spot here for tents. Gate to go up through hiking. Pretty nice. Not my kind of camping spot, but pretty nice. Nobody's in here though. This is, like I said, it's a pay. The other ones weren't pay spots. Bunch of dang wood. Scottish thistle. Dang, man, that's red fur. Woo, that heavy. That heavy there. Dang, man. That tree there, I'm guessing, must have fell. But I remember last time I was up here that this fence was all crashed through too. And pretty much wiped out that picnic table. Picnic. Boy, that's some nice red fur, man. Timothy logs. Yeah, they definitely ain't I'd like to have some of that wood, but man, that's work. Work sawing it, work getting it in the truck, work getting out of the truck, and even work putting it on the splitter. I hear a chainsaw up there. Yeah, that one right there is the one that did it. Boy, there's a lot of them down right here. Beautiful. Beautiful red fur, though. Here's a couple rocks. Nice, they're sprinkling rain, man. I love it. Look at that fire pit. And that thing is nice. Nice. Trail up to another camping spot. Awesome. Head up here farther. Haven't really found anything to cut up. Right there, that's some serious Timothy logs right there, man. Holy moly. Fire high. No way. Surprised nobody's at this camp. Except for these girls. And kids. And shit boxes. Piss fur. Old piss fur. There's another shit box. Scottish thistle and Canadian thistle. Ooh, hound's tongue. Bad stuff. You see that? See that stuff anywhere? And yank it. And bad stuff. Noxious weed, man, it's everywhere. Everywhere. And here, this is where I picked up those It's been with me for a while. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. But, oh, it's been a couple of months ago probably. Maybe longer. Some painted rock, little jewels on it. But, and they just thrashed this camp. But right here was the fire pit that had so much trash, man. It was overflowing and stuff. We hauled out 2 or 3 bags of trash. And then, since the last time we were here, like I said, probably broken arrow. Probably 2 or 3 months. Ooh, mosquito. I don't know how long it's been. A while, but somebody has cleaned the rest of that, cleaned the whole pit up. I don't know if they buried or what they did. And then they moved which they're still burning cans. When them don't burn. Tell you. Aluminum don't burn. It melts, but it don't burn. But anyway, we moved that fire pit. We cleaned up all that bunch of trash. And then somebody's cleaned it up. Man, you can't even hardly tell it was there. If you didn't know it was there, you'd never know. And then moved the fire pit to over here, which is actually a better place for it. Oh, we got 10 poles. One's bent. 10. Shade cover. Of course, we got another killer green trees. Holy moly, what that? What that, man? Oh, it's plastic. Oh, that is funny. Whole plastic shovel and a water bottle. Well, that would have been a great kitty shovel if it wasn't plastic. Yeah, too bad that's not metal. You might be able to use it out in your garden. Just a big old toad right there. Big old buck track. Look at that, little beaver dam. Little beaver dam. So this area here. It's been a few years ago, man. You always hear me talking about the freaking Texas brothers. You know, the Wilkes brothers that conned their way into buying a bunch of our land by billionaire, I don't know if they're billionaires, millionaires, billionaires, they're all the same. But they conned their way in by finding some loopholes and creating a bullshit lumber company to get the land from Potlatch, which is supposed to be a lease, blah, blah, blah. Man, I won't get all into it. But anyway, so then they came up here, and you know, I've talked about it before, man. They didn't, you know, buy a piece of land in Idaho. They bought part of Idaho, and ooh, dang, man, I got my pole. I should fish that. But they, so they got a piece of Idaho, a part of Idaho, and they went around with their orange paint and signs, you know, started putting up signs and painting things, no trespassing everywhere. Well then, it happened in our area, not everywhere, because they own from down in, you know, southern Idaho all the way up to through the mountains of Moscow, Idaho. Whoa, fish jumped right there. And they went around doing that, and then you know, folks like me and stuff, or Idahoans, fellow Idahoans, started checking on and stuff. I got another beaver down, and they were marking off and gating and doing all kinds of stuff on land that wasn't even their land. This chunk right here, this is one of those pieces. We had no trespassing signs up here. Same with right across the river. I don't know if it's still got a sign on it. That one I haven't determined yet. But anyway, so they were claiming land that wasn't even theirs. And then they've blocked off like Mud Creek outside of New Meadows, man. I grew up, holy crap, stuck in the hawthorns. You got Mud Creek and you got Little Mud Creek. You used to go in Mud Creek and then come out Little Mud Creek. And now you can't even come out it no more because they've got it all blocked off. Man, I grew up with my grandpa going up Mud Creek. Which I don't even know how they got away with that one, because if one of the things that I was told and read is if the state or government is maintained or built any of them roads, that they can't do it. The roads are public. Well, I'm pretty sure that was public, but not no more. They have it gated off. And I heard they're building a big hunting resort back there, is what I heard, for the elite.